lie awake in bed for hours.
Hello. It has been a while since I recorded one of these videos. I actually planned to do it around June because that would have been the 5-year anniversary of my YouTube channel, but I never actually got around to it, so I thought I could actually go ahead and do that today. So I have some questions both from Instagram and YouTube, and I'm thinking about maybe also including a plant tour and or tattoo tour, because those are always asked for when I ask for questions for these kind of videos, so we might try to get that in there. I've gotten quite a few plants, I think, since the last time I've updated you guys, so it could be interesting. But I'm gonna start with the Instagram questions because there's more of those and then there's only a few from YouTube. So thanks so much if you left me a question. And of course, if you're watching this video, it's really cool of you. I'm a little nervous because I haven't recorded one of these in quite a while, and it's a very talk-heavy video format. Feel free to put me on the background, do some cleaning, do some artwork or whatever. Also, if the audio is kind of weird, is because my microphone recently died. I'm currently in the process of fixing my setup to work with not having that microphone anymore, but it's a little bit of a process. I have to wait for stuff to get to me and everything. So I'm recording on my phone. We're also in my living room, so you might hear stuff like Xavier's water fountain and planes and stuff. Hopefully it's not too distracting. On to the Instagram questions. I think I have screenshots of all these questions. If I do, I will put those over the video as well. Okay, first one is, what do you listen to / watch, if anything, while you work on your art? So for the most part, I'll either listen to something that's not distracting, so something like not new music, but music I've heard over and over and over and over again. I could go with like a playlist on like YouTube that I'm used to, or just like some lo-fi. Or I like to go the other way where I put on like art vlogs, or really any homey type vlog. I love watching those while working. They're just like super relaxing. So either one of those two is usually what I would go for, but every once in a while I also like to listen to like old music, like music I listened to in high school and stuff. But yeah, it's just comforting, I think. Next one is, what are your future goals and do you enjoy making YouTube videos? So right now my future goals are, I want to start trying to branch out project-wise and do some like fun activities. So I would like to do like some t-shirts, more screen printing, definitely. I'd like to try out ceramics. I think that would be really fun. Definitely one of my huge goals I've wanted to do forever is I would like to make a art book of just like a collection of like artwork and like sketches and everything. I think that would be really nice. That's definitely a really big project, so I don't know how long I'll have to wait before that is more possible. And do you enjoy making YouTube videos? I feel like making YouTube videos is like up and down for me. Right now I'm absolutely loving it, as you can probably tell by my upload schedule. But if I ever feel like I'm not into it, usually I just stop posting. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it right now. I feel like it's a really fun way to be creative in a different way with like the video editing and the shots and everything. It's great. I'm actually looking at getting some new lenses, or at least one new lens for the camera. I think that could be fun. Okay, next we have, how are you doing and how are you feeling about your art's growth over the years? So I'm doing okay right now. Probably as okay as somebody can be doing with everything that's happening everywhere constantly. And how are you feeling about your art's growth over the years? I'm really happy with the growth of my artwork. Every once in a while I'll look at some of my old art and I'm just like, how did I do that? There's definitely some aspects of my older art that I miss and wish I could or want to figure out how to reincorporate into my art. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with my artwork and like how much better it is now compared to when I started my YouTube channel. Because honestly, when I started my YouTube channel, I really just jumped back in. I hadn't really drawn much in years. So like skill wise, I was like nowhere near where I wanted to be. But like now, after 5 years in, I guess, I'm extremely happy with where I'm at. I can't wait to see where I'm at like 10 years. Next we have tattoo tour. There's always at least one person to ask. If I still have light after I finish recording this, I will include at least a few of my tattoos in this video. Probably not all of them, but some favorites at least. What has been your favorite part of being on YouTube and making videos? My favorite part is, one, like when I first started, like YouTube was really the first like social media I got into for like artwork. So it felt really nice to start building this like little community of people who were all interested in the same things as me and could like motivate me to keep going. That was awesome. And of course that's what I still enjoy about it. But other than that, I feel like I've made a few friends along the way. Like I have like a few mutuals on here and then of course on Instagram. And it's really nice knowing that if I need a friend, I have some. Of course I've had friends that like in art class with me and other friends, but like it's really nice having a community of people, specifically like people who also make videos who do kind of the same thing that I do. It gives me someone to talk to who will understand what I'm doing. That's always really nice. But besides that, I really enjoy the like creativeness that you can get with making a video. It's like a whole new medium to play with. This one's from my friend Mandy Pandy. Would you ever do Pokemon fan art? I would love to see them in your style. I have thought about doing a fewer like older school ones because that would be a nice excuse to get out my old Pokemon cards. I have them stored away. I have some of the really like the original cards. Like this is my childhood, so I've thought about it, and I've also thought about just branching out and trying to do some fan art in general. It's something I really struggle with. I have a hard time actually drawing those things in my style and not just copying the style of whatever I'm trying to make fan art of. So I think it would definitely be a good exercise. So I need to do that. I definitely need to do that. Next one is, do you still do art full time? And if you do, could you do a video about managing everything? So yeah, I still do art full time, although since the beginning of 2020, I backed off a little bit on like being super worried about whether or not I was making a lot of money off of it. So although I do it full time, I don't currently make full time money. I guess like I don't make what I used to make, like paycheck wise, I guess. I never really made a lot, but like now I'm making much less, so I'm just now getting back on the wagon, I guess, of trying to be able to pay more of my bills doing it this way. You don't know, I live with my partner Beau, so that kind of takes a lot of the weight off of trying to pay for everything with just my artwork. But yes, I definitely do it full time. Since I don't make a full-time like wage off of it right now, I would definitely check out other creators. I know there are a few who have posted videos about how they manage everything, especially like how much money they make and where they make that money. I know Arlie has a video. If I can find out, I'll put that up in the, I don't know if it's over here, maybe over here, up in the little information card for you. Another question was, do you live from your art? To be more clear on that, my art supports my art, if that makes sense. So I have everything separated into like a business account, and I use all the money I make from my art to fund making more art and to continue doing what I'm doing. If I make anything extra after that, I will pay myself like a paycheck from there, if that makes sense. And that might change in the future. I might be working harder to pay more of my bills. For now, it's working for us. Do you have any big or small art goals? So as far as, besides the projects I talked about, like the art book, for art goals is I would like to, one, spend more time oil painting and try to get paint larger pieces I can spend a little bit more time on. Definitely want to work on fan art, like I said. I'd like to finish my current sketchbook. That's a pretty small one, but finish Inktober or October drawing prompt, which I am working on, so you can definitely look forward to seeing a sketchbook tour of that towards the end of the month. Another big one is I would like to have like a dedicated studio space at some point. Me and Bo are sharing right now, which is cool, but I would like to have my own room again. This one is from another one of my mutuals. So happy to have you here still. And they said, been following you since the beginning, and congrats. Thank you so much, and thank you for sticking along with me. I remember one of the first times when I got a comment from you, and it was really cool, so thank you. Lots of plans, sorry. Okay, now I can move on to the few questions I got on YouTube. The first one is, what made you want to open up an online store? Was it hard, and were you nervous at all? So when I opened up my store, first I did it on Etsy, and I absolutely hated it. So I think I made like 2 sales on there to like friends and family, and then very quickly switched over to Store Envy, which I opened up after my first year of Inktober. And I went through and scanned a bunch of my designs and had them uploaded to Store Envy, and then I actually did a drop shipping option through a photo printing company. And yeah, I want to say it was hard, but it was tedious. It took a lot of time since it wasn't something I was used to. The shipping stuff can definitely be extremely confusing when you're not aware of how it works. I think I spent several days just researching, trying to figure out how all that works. A little tip, if you're printing shipping labels, I found that they're a bit cheaper if you ship them through the PayPal shipping label option. So you might look into that if you're having a hard time. And were you nervous at all? I was extremely nervous. There's always that like fear of like you're gonna do something and just nobody is going to care. And like I still get that feeling, so it's not like that went away. I didn't actually get any sales, I think, for like a couple months. It took quite a while. Once I did, the nervousness went down a bit from day to day. Anytime I upload anything new to my website, it's like a whole new batch of nerves. But definitely gets easier the more you experience it, I guess, once you get more used to all of the things you have to just know how to do. Next one is, would you ever post any of these as a NFT? I don't know if they mean my artwork or the videos. I don't know why the videos would be, but no. Have absolutely no interest in NFTs at all. Besides, they're just awful for the environment. They're also just like, in the way I see it, they're just another fine art world type situation, like fine art market type deal, and I'm not interested in participating in something like that, so no. What is something that this is a nice one to land on. Thank you so much for your question, by the way. What is something you're really proud of about your art journey or your art business journey? I don't know if this sounds silly or not, but I'm proud of myself for trying, for doing it. Like, that's big. It's like, I never thought it would. I'm really glad Bo encouraged me to try it out when he did. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for trying it and sticking with it so consistently and just doing it. Especially for that first year when I went from hardly ever drawing and being really rusty with art and my skill level being really low to working on art like 14 hours a day for that first year, and like the amount of improvement I got that year was like so cool. I'm like really proud of myself for sticking to it so hard, especially in the beginning, and then just continuing to do it. Like 5 years on YouTube that's like an accomplishment, I think. I'm starting to get a little gibberishy since I've been talking for so long. That might be silly, but yeah. That and the improvement I've gotten, but that's really just from being so consistent with it. But yeah, that's all I can think of. Thank you so much for your questions. I will insert any clips I have now of a possible tattoo tour / plant tour, so you can stick around if you're interested in that. And thank you so much for hanging out with me for the last 5 years. That's amazing. But yeah, I will see you guys soon for the next video.
I lie awake in bed for hours. I get your text, you say you want me home. Whoa, how do you justify the sweet things you say to me when all I wonder is why won't you save my number in your phone?
You remind me of like one of those people in The Price is Right. It's like showing off the prize.
Apple of the butt.
I got no time for complications. We stay up talking to the moon. You got your list of expectations.